The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey, everyone. Jamie here from the videos team and Clipio team, and welcome to this session today, all about Convertri. Now, just before we dive in here, guys, I've got an absolute ton to show you on this session. But before we do dive in, we are just over 11 a.m. Eastern now, 4 p.m. in the UK. And I just want to make sure, as people are still joining here, everybody can see my screen. But also as well can hear me loud and clear. I can already see in the chat box lots of people saying, hey. My screen right now for anyone, just so I can get confirmation, is our deal page for Convertri. And some of you guys on here will have already seen this. In fact, I would probably expect most of you guys on here to have seen this page and probably watch some of these videos as well. So awesome. Everyone's confirming right now. Everyone can hear me. Everyone can see the screen. Awesome. Now, guys, just before I jump in, I just want to kind of explain what this webinar is about, because this is going to be more of a hands-on webinar. So webinars we've done in the past, we've done a ton of webinars where we have pre-created presentations, and I have got some slides I do want to show you on here, which are going to be important, which will become clear soon. However, we generally have a pre-done presentation. With this one, though, I actually just want to dive into Convertri and actually show you a load of things in there in a lot more detail. Since we've spoken about the Convertri deal, which has opened up this week on Tuesday, there's been a ton of questions about what it is, what it can help with, is it worth it? People that have bought it in the past and not renewed. There's people on this session right now that I'm sure have been Convertri users for years. We have recommended Convertri for a couple of years now, and it's literally just gone from strength to strength. And right now, what you can actually do with this thing is pretty incredible. So if you're running an online business, it doesn't matter what you're selling. You could be selling video. I know we do a lot of training on that, but you could be a local business with a website. You could be a local car detailer. You could be an e-commerce store owner. It literally does not matter. If you have any sort of online presence, or you use the internet to generate leads and customers, then Convertri, without a shadow of a doubt, you need. Now, you might use a similar platform to what Convertri can offer in some respects. I know there's a couple of different landing page builders out there online. There's a couple of ClickFunnels users we've spoken to, lead pages, and other bits and pieces. But honestly, hands down, being based off of what we use, what I use, Convertri wins hands down against everything else. And the deal you can get right now, just to refresh for anybody that's yet to jump in. In fact, let me get a show of hands. How many people on this session have actually jumped in and are current Convertri users, and how many people are not? Type a number 1 if you're already a Convertri user, you've already picked the deal up, and type a number 2 if you've yet to jump in and you've joined this session because you're a bit on the fence, as Martin's put it there, sitting on the fence, number 2. Okay, so a ton of 1s, but we are getting quite a few 2s as well, no problem. But probably about a 70-30 split, I would say, just by scanning the chat box, which is going crazy right now. Mark bought last night. A few people have bought today, no problem. Well, this is going to be perfect for everyone. I do want to make that clear. I'm not just going to focus this on, hey, you need to buy Convertri. What I actually just want to do is show you some of the things we use in Convertri, show you some of the brand new features that have been released in this version of Convertri, and just talk a little bit about how to use these different things within your business, and hopefully give you some actionable steps that you can take forward. So, guys, without further ado, we're going to get onto the deal and all of that stuff. And I know a few people have mentioned in the chat box already as well about upgrades, and are there any upgrades and things like that? There are. And I'm also going to talk about them on this session as well and just explain all of this. So hopefully this session is going to run for about an hour, but I am conscious of the fact that this is going to go out as a replay. You may be watching the replay now. Again, I know the Convertri deal and what they've got open closes on Friday night. Okay, I already know that it closes Friday night, midnight. So again, I know there's not a lot of time for you guys to kind of devour all of this information. So Let's jump over to Convertri. That's the first thing we're going to do. And as I say, I'm going to try and just go through this as slowly as I can. But one thing I do want to say, and again, guys, and I see in the chat box, a few people have said, can we ask questions? Of course, I'll answer as many questions as I possibly can. I do want to get through a few things, and I'll keep my eye on the chat box. Becca, who many of you guys will know from the Facebook group and support, is on this session live with me. She is in the chat box, so she's also responding to some of you guys as well. I can already see she's doing that. So if you do have any questions and I don't get to it, Becca may get to it before me. But what I kind of want to get out of this session, guys, is just to literally show you how in-depth this platform is. It's quite hard to do that when we release a couple of videos that are generally 10 to 15 minutes long. Although we show a lot in those videos, and it was awesome to have Andy up to our office from London. He's one of the co-founders of Convertri. And we were lucky enough to get him to come to our offices and show us this stuff. But there's only so much you can cover on those short videos. And with all the information we try and get across to you, especially in regards to the deal that we're running, it's quite hard to get it all in one. So we thought we'd put this together so we can essentially go through what we absolutely love about Convertri and why, again, if you're doing anything online, you need this platform. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about, guys, is Convertri is a funnel landing page builder. Okay, that's the first thing. And for anybody that has no idea really what that is, that basically means you can create any sort of web page, landing page, website you want on Convertri. Now, I would say if you're wanting to build a massive blog, for example, WordPress is probably going to be better used if you're wanting to create a blog. Okay, anything else, Convertri is what you're going to want to use, okay? And the reason I say that is because it gives you complete control, as we're going to see, and it also allows you to create absolutely anything you can think of, okay? And again, I'm going to show you a ton of features, but there's only so much I can show on this 1 hour session as well. So there's going to be loads of things I even miss and loads of things I'm not going to go into much detail in. But again, if you do decide to jump in and you're already a Convertri user, I mean, there's so much for you to do in here. It's incredible to use. Now, I mentioned that Convertri is a funnel builder. And what do I mean by that? Well, a funnel, and I'm showing you here, guys, one of our actual bonuses we give away as part of our Convertri deal. We've got a competition landing page and funnel. Now, I'm not going to dig into this funnel too much on here. I may do in a little while. I've got some other things I want to show you. But basically, a funnel is literally a step-by-step process that leads will go through, okay? Or your sales process, i.e. if you've got a product you want to sell online and you have that product on a web page, when someone buys that product, what is the next step of that sales funnel? Well, it would probably be a confirmation page that says thank you for purchasing and all the delivery instruction, whatever. That's the second page of that funnel. If you bought videos or Clipio, there is a sales funnel. You buy videos and then you're met with an upgrade, which is our template club. That is a funnel. And then we have other upgrades, such as our agency product. That is a part of our funnel. Now, it's really important that when you sell absolutely anything online, whether it's a digital product, a physical product, that you have a sales funnel. You sell other things within that funnel. You capture data in that funnel, i.e. the competition funnel here, we would use to capture data. Now, the reason I say that, guys, is because funnels happen all around us in the real world. You go to McDonald's, you go up and ask for a Big Mac, they're going to upsell you to the meal. That is a sales funnel happening in real life. You go and buy a car, they're going to try and upsell you on all the other additional bits and pieces you can buy with that car that don't come with the standard version. Again, that is a sales funnel. So we can build those online, and whatever you're selling, you need to be building these things. Now, it's not just to sell things. You also can use funnels to capture leads as well. Now, an example of this is one of our bonuses we're giving away as part of our videos exclusive bonus with Convertri is what we call a giveaway funnel. Now, the giveaway funnel is basically a way for anybody that's on this session. It doesn't matter what you sell. You could be a car detailing company, you could be a local restaurant, or you could be someone that wants to sell video services. You can use the giveaway funnel to not only build a big list of people, but you can also make sales from that as well. And we give you a couple of pages here, as you can see, a competition page and a thank you page, and we can link these together with this arrow in Convertri. And what this means is when an action is taken on this page here, our competition page, they will then automatically be redirected to our thank you page. Okay, and I've built a funnel as simple as that. Now, again, guys, I'm not going to go into too much detail on this giveaway funnel because it is part of our bonus. And part of our bonus, we give you these pages, and we also have a full tutorial on how this funnel works. And we also give you a ton of email swipes you can use as well. And I don't want to give all of that away on here because, again, it's exclusive to our bonus. And again, to get that, you've got to pick up this deal. Now, in regards to what we absolutely love about Convertri and talking about all the different features, I'm going to start right at the very beginning here, and we're just going to create a funnel. So when you've got your Convertri account, the first things you're going to want to do is start building out some funnels. So I'm going to click on Create New here. Now, within Convertri, they have pre-done funnels for you, as you can see here. Now, depending on the level of package you're on, there is an upgrade where you can upgrade to a pro account, and that pro account gives you more of these funnels. In fact, you get around 200, and they add new ones every single week. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about that right now. Towards the end of this webinar, I will talk about the pro upgrade for anybody that's interested, and I'll give you more details on that. For now, I want to focus on what you can do when you pick up Convertri and some of the things you really should be focusing on. Now, again, you can use their pre-built funnels. They've got all sorts of things: VSL funnels, product launch funnels, authority websites. We've got social funnels, again, software funnels, whatever you want. Now, I'm just going to create a funnel from scratch here, and I'm just going to put example funnel. And then the next thing I want to show you here, guys, is, and it's a big question, if you're building out pages on Convertri, does it mean that you're going to have a domain name that says yourbusiness.convertri.com? And yes, you do get those subdomains, and you can host on Convertri subdomains such as that. But what you can also do, and what we do, is you can mask that subdomain with your own domain. So in this case here, I've got a subdomain promo.videos.com, and every page I build within Convertri, I can put it on our videos, have our videos domain on there. So it's not, people don't see that it's Convertri. People don't see Convertri as part of the domain. You can add your own custom domains. And that's what I'm going to do with this example here. Now, once we've built and started this funnel, we now need to build pages. And this is where we can create our first landing pages. Now, you've got the option to click on new page. And what this is going to do is give you a ton of options, all these different templates. Again, if you're part of the pro version, you can see there's absolutely everything. I mean, they've got any type of template for any type of thing you're selling or doing online. There will be a pre-done template for that. Now, if you select one of these templates, in fact, I will do it just to show you, and we name it, okay. You're going to go through to their editor. Sorry, not yet. It'll pull that into the funnel. And then I can go through here, and I've already pre-built, or I've already got a pre-built template, as you can see. And now I can go through here and edit this however I want. Change the imagery, change the colors, whatever it may be. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do that on this particular page because I want to show you a really, really cool feature that I absolutely love with Convertri. Now, this features the import feature. Now, you may have watched the video that we put on our deal page, just to show you which one it is for anybody that hasn't. You can watch it in more detail if you want. We've got the import feature here on this page. Now, the import feature is really cool because what it allows you to do is you can import any web page online into Convertri. Okay. Now, some of them may import a bit weird depending on what elements are being pulled through, but in general, you can pull in any web page, okay? And then you can start building it out or building on top of it inside Convertri. So let me show you this. Now, I've got a web page here, which is our Halloween. We did a Halloween promotion a couple of weeks ago, a week or two ago. So I'm going to import this page. Now, this page you see on my screen here, guys, right now is has been designed by our designer, our in-house design team. And that's on our domain. It has nothing to do with Convertri, okay, at this point. But I want to import this page. I like it. I want to put it on Convertri so I can start using some of the things on there, adding more elements. So we go back to Convertri, and rather than start with the new page, and I'm going to just delete this one here because I no longer need it, we're going to import the page instead. So we can import via a code. So you can pick up codes, and we provide you with some codes of all the bonus pages we give you. Or you can import from an external URL. Then you need to confirm that the page either belongs to you or you have permission to use those assets. Because remember, guys, if you go out there and just, I mean, you can go out there and grab any web page and pull it in, but obviously you can't go out there, grab someone's web page, copy it and put it online on your own domain. You'll end up getting taken down. So, but you can pull in any web page. So you just need to confirm that. And then I'm just going to call this spooky promotion. Okay. Import. Now, this takes anywhere from a few seconds up to around a minute, not long at all. And what's basically happening right now is Convertri is pulling in that page into Convertri. So it's looking at the images, it's looking at the fonts, it's looking at where things are placed on the page. And then it's going to pull that into Convertri and get it as close as it possibly can. And then what we can do is we can create that page, edit that page, and can do what we want with it inside of Convertri. So while that's just important there, guys, I'm just going to double check the questions, make sure everybody is with me. Okay, and that's now imported. But just before we open that, let me have a look. Quick question from Derek. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Is Convertri better than some of the other funnel builders recently that was put on JVZoo? With a 100% resounding yes. Convertri is the real deal. Convertri is not in beta. Convertri has been around for the best part of, in fact, I can't remember when Andy said they created it, but we've been promoting Convertri for a couple of years. To put it into perspective. Awesome from Jim as well. Convertri do have a WordPress plugin, so you can actually move, basically take pages from Convertri and move them onto your WordPress site if you've got a WordPress blog. And as Jim says there, the WordPress plugin works great too. So for anybody that is interested in that as well, there you go. Now, we've imported this page. I'm going to click on edit. And again, we're doing this live, guys, so you can see how quick it is. And check this out. And I mean, again, there's the original, there's the Convertri, okay? Now, it's not imported the videos in because the videos are hosted elsewhere. But what it does instead is it brings through the video box. So we've got an idea of where the video is. We can see the structure. We can now work with this. A couple of things may be out of alignment, such as this here. But again, now that this is imported into Convertri, it doesn't matter because we can do what we want with this, okay? And that's how easy it is, guys, to move any page, just like this one here, into Convertri. We can now start working with this. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So let me first go through some of the really basic features. Can we import it to, good question from Neil. If someone shares a ClickFunnels funnel with us, can we import it into Convertri without being a member of ClickFunnels? Well, you can import any page you want. I'm not sure how all that works, Neil, but if you've got a URL and you've got permission to use a someone's page or you've got a ClickFunnels page and you want to move it into Convertri, you just need the URL, just as I've done there. It'll work in exactly the same way. Okay. Can we use videos from Vimeo just as easily as YouTube from Tobin? The answer is yes. You can use videos in multiple ways. I'm actually going to get into that in just a second. So let me move forward a little bit here, guys, and I'll run through all the video stuff as well. So the first thing I want to show you and talk about is the basic element functions within Convertri. And actually, before I get to that point, I want to talk about free form. Okay. Now, one thing we love about Convertri and one thing that literally makes this platform stand head and shoulders above everything else is their freeform editor. Now, a lot of landing page builders or funnel builders or website builders out there restrict you in what you can do. So it's built on boxes, basically. So if you've got your headline here, the headline has got to stay there. You can't move that headline. If you've got a video there and you put a video into the page, you can't move the video around. Okay. Within Convertri, you can do whatever you want. So as an example here, if I didn't want the headline there and I would prefer the headline over to the left-hand side, I can literally drag it across. It's free form. I can put it anywhere on the page I want. I can put it over the top of the video if I want to. So you can literally move anything anywhere. Okay. This is any element. There is no restrictions. It's whatever you want to do. And the other really cool thing about Convertri as well is you can actually design the mobile version completely differently if you want. Now, it uses the same elements. As you can see here, it's pulled through the elements in exactly the same way, and it will automatically pull them through and list them in the best possible way they can. But if I decide, do you know what, I want to change up this little bit on the mobile version because I'm thinking about mobile users, you can come in and edit a mobile version of the site just as I'm doing here. Okay, now you want to work all on your desktop first, and then you can configure the mobile version afterwards. But that's a really cool feature as well. You can split the two, and you can essentially build what you want in any version. Now, so we're on the landing page here. We've got all these elements down this side here on the left-hand side. So we've got text. You can obviously add any text anywhere on the page. Images, you can pull images in. Form elements, if you're building out, contact forms, opt-in forms. Again, you've got every single element you can think of there. We've got panels as well that you can use. I've used them on some sites. We've got separators. We've got media, which again is going to allow you to add video, background video, videos from Vimeo, videos from Wistia, and videos from YouTube as well. So as the question from, I think it was Tobin before, can we use Vimeo videos? Yes, you can use any sort of video you want on Convertri. They've got direct integrations with YouTube, Wistia, and Vimeo. But you can also now upload your videos directly into Convertri, and they'll host them as well, which can actually be a better thing, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. We've also, let me just close that, got carousels as well. So you can build carousels out, countdown timers, HTML elements. So literally, this opens up anything. If you've got any HTML, anything that you want to add in, you've got your own HTML, there you go. You can do that. You can put Facebook comments. And they've also got a Quizitry quiz feature as well, and you can build quizzes within your Convertri pages as well, which is awesome. So we have all of those different elements. We also have a collections element up at the top here, which I'm going to talk about later because this is part of the Pro version. But what this basically allows you to do is they have pre-built elements. So if you want to get an opt-in form, you can build it yourself, in pulling all these elements yourself. But if you want to save time, you just want to do a quick opt-in form, they've got these pre-built elements for you. So you can just literally click these and drag them straight into the actual canvas. It saves you a ton of time. But again, you don't need that. You can build them yourself if you want to. Now, every single one of these properties in here allows you to do all sorts of things. So you've obviously got the general properties, so you can name them, and you're going to do that for actions, which I'm going to show you in a moment. You can link any property up. You can change the position in here, but you can move it around anyway with your mouse. You've got background colors and images, borders, shadows, actions, and events as well. And I'm going to talk about actions and events in just a moment. But you can literally do anything you want with any property. Okay, so again, without going into detail on every single one of these elements, because you're going to want to play around with this, what I'm trying to get across to you guys, which is probably obvious, is whatever you can conceive, whatever you can think, and whatever you can think creatively of what you want to create, you can do it with Convertri. Okay, there's no restrictions. So that's the first thing. Now, the next things I want to talk about here are the video elements, because video is important. That's what we're all about. We create video. So how can we use video as part of Convertri, and how can Convertri allow us to use video? Well, there are several ways you can use a video on your Convertri page. We've got, of course, YouTube. So if you've got a YouTube video, you can embed it on here. Vimeo. And again, I'll just do Vimeo because somebody mentioned it in the comments. So again, I just click on the Vimeo one. And because I've already got a placeholder here, again, I'm just going to match this placeholder. But if you're creating your own page, this is another cool thing. You can now control how you want the video to be on the page. If you want your video there like that, not that you will, you can have it there like that. That's what, again, the freeform editor allows. You can make the video as big or as small as you want. There are no restrictions. You're not restricted to what that landing page builder says you've got to do. You can do this however you want. You want to put, two videos side by side because you want to show off a little portfolio. I mean, this is all you do. You just click in them and add in another video here. And as you can see, as I'm doing this, guys, we've got the alignment lines. Again, the pink lines, if you can make them out, so you can align them to all the different elements, so you can make sure everything is aligned how you want it. I'm just going to delete that one for now. I just wanted to show you how easy this is. And again, it doesn't matter how technical you are. I'm sure as you're watching this, guys, you guys can do this stuff. So I'm going to drag that in there. So we've got our Vimeo video here. And as you can see on this property, we just need to put our Vimeo URL in. We've got a standard default one there, which is the Convertri logo stinger. And they're using videos, by the way, which is awesome. But you just need to grab your Vimeo URL, copy and paste into the URL box there, and it will replace that on the page. So, Tobin, that's how easy it is to use Vimeo. And the same thing goes for, of course, YouTube as well. Now, I'm not going to use Vimeo or YouTube on this particular video here, guys. What I want to focus on here is then their video player themselves. So what Convertri have done is they've built with this brand new edition of Convertri, it's what's called the video edition. So they've taken the fact that video is the biggest thing right now. It is what everybody's using. So they've looked at how people use video on landing pages and looked at how they can improve and make our lives easier. And they've done this in several ways. So the first thing is they've got their own built-in video player as part of their Convertri platform. Okay, so you can upload your videos. In fact, let me just save this real quick. And I'll just show you where this happens at. So if I go all the way back here, we've got the videos section here. So you can upload your videos directly into Convertri. Okay, so whatever videos you've got, sales videos, show reels, whatever, you don't even need Vimeo or YouTube anymore, although you can use them if you want, but you can upload them directly in here. Okay, so let me head back over here. Where were we at? Is it the promo test? No, that's not where we were. I forgot what I called it now. Example funnel it was, wasn't it? Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to go back into the funnel that I was working on. So again, guys, once we've got our videos uploaded, we can now use their built video player. Now, what we can do with this is we can control lots of different things that happen on this page with this particular video player. So if we look at the video properties here, first thing is we don't have a video attached here yet, but because we've pre-uploaded one, I'm just going to go and select that. So when you upload your own video to Convertri, the videos will appear in here. There we go. There's the one I uploaded earlier. And this is just a social media video that Becca did. And I'm just using this as an example, guys. But we can control a few elements. We can autoplay the video. So if people hit our page, do we want it to play as soon as they hit the page? We just need to turn that on. We can take the controls away. So there's no controls on the video. I'm going to show them. You can decide what happens when the video ends. So you control all of this stuff. And again, if you're putting a YouTube video on here, what happens at the end of a YouTube video? It shows related videos. In most cases, videos that have nothing to do with your business, and it gives users a reason to leave your page. We can stop that happening. We can just have it, again, stop on the final frame, or we can play it on a loop. So if you're using a show reel and you want it to continually play on that page, we can do that. Now, the other really cool, and the first feature I want to talk about is their sticky video feature. And what this is you can toggle on the fact that the video is sticky on the page. So let me show you how this works. So I'm going to toggle that on right now. And again, you can then control, is it sticky on a desktop or on a mobile? Where do you want it to be positioned? I'm going to leave it top right. I'm going to change it to medium, and we're done. I'm going to leave it as that because I'll be able to show you how this works. I'm going to save it. Now, I've not published the page yet, so I'll need to publish the page to see this. So I'm just going to put this as spooky-example. Okay. Let me publish that. So we've now published that live. There we go. I can click on view page. Now we've got our video here, and just like any page, guys, we've got a video on the page. Now, one of the problems you have when you put video on pages, especially if you've created it to convert somebody to your product or service, is the fact that most of the time they'll click play on the video, and when they've clicked play, they'll be scrolling down the page and they'll forget that video's even playing. They'll just be reading the content on your page, but your video is there for a reason. It does the best job of selling. Okay. So what we can do is we can sticky it on the page. So say, for example, I click to watch this right now. I'm going to mute that just so it doesn't, again, come over. So we've got this video playing right now. I'm watching this video. I decide, because I'm on the page, as everybody does, I'm going to scroll down here. Watch what happens. Bang. It pivots over to the top right, and it is now a sticky video on the top right of the page. And again, I can now scroll down the page, look at whatever content's on there, and the video is still playing. This alone increases conversions. And again, if you go on any ad site now, you'll see most ad sites use this feature, and it's because it again continues to engage people. So when people hit your page, you can have a ton of information on your page, but your video is always going to be center of attention. However people are using the page, and wherever people go on the page, it's going to be sticky to the page. And again, even if they pause it, if you've got it on sticky, it's going to stay up there. So if someone hits your page and they decide not to watch your video, they decide to scroll down first, it's quite engaging when you do that, that suddenly it appears here and they can play it up in the top right hand corner. This is a really, really cool feature, and it's achieved just as easy as I've shown you there, guys. So that's one of the very first things you can do with their video player. Now, this works, guys, with their video player, which is what they've built in there. Now, there are other features as well I want to show you on here that are really, really cool. I'm just going to go back from video properties. And we've got player properties as well. We can change the actual skin. Now, again, these designs are part of the Pro version. Again, you just have the one skin, which is a great skin anyway, as part of your Convertri deal. But if you upgrade to Pro, you do get these other options as well. So you can change the actual skin design if you want to, background colors. But you can set a video thumbnail as well on all versions. So if you've got a video thumbnail, a big click and play type thumbnail, you can do that here. You can upload your own. So you have control over all of that as well, guys. And again, you can control where the video is, positioning, all of that stuff. You can add shadows to the video, all of that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, though, is actions and events. So one thing that's really cool about Convertri is pretty much anything on your page, you can essentially assign an action to it, okay? So what I mean by this is we can see here, I've got a video and I've got underneath the video a deal. So I want to access all of our templates and over 1,200 more. Test drive the template club for $3.70. And we've got a grab deal button here. And again, as you can see, the text on that I'm not too happy with. So I'll just show you, really easy to change. It needs to be white. Let me go to white here. Bang. There we go. Select, done. Okay, so I've now changed that button. In fact, I might even change while I'm on here the background of the button as well, just to show you how easy this is. Let's do this in a nice green color, make it a bit darker. That'll do. Bang, done. Okay, I'm just going to do that. Click save so I know where I am. But what I've got here is a call to action. So let's say, for example, you have a video that's going to sell something. And you don't want people to see what you're selling straight away. You would like to again sell that thing first before showing them a deal, which is what happens all over the place. You'll see this all the time. You can do that because you can actually control content based off of how people watch your video. So let me show you how this works. So I've got a call to action underneath the video here, some text, and I've got a button which links to our deal. What I'm going to do is I need to assign a name to these. So what we do is we go over to element properties here for that, and I just need to write a name. So I'm just going to put call to action text. Okay, so I'm just going to name this particular property. I'm going to do the same for the button. Okay, so element, general properties, call to action button. So I know which those are. Okay. I'm going to click save. So I've now assigned a name to each of these. And this is what you need to do. Now, if I go back to video and we go back to the properties of video here, and we come through to actions and events, I can now build an event around that. Now, let me show you what I mean. This is awesome. Now, these are all the brand new features within Convertri that you get as part of this deal. And it allows you to use videos in a very, very unique and powerful way. So what we can do, we can assign different actions to that particular video. Now, this only works with their video player. I want to make that clear. If you're using Vimeo or YouTube videos on your pages, you're not going to be able to assign all of these actions. You've got to use their player, but again, it's all included. And their player is quicker to load than a YouTuber or Vimeo video. So that's also important as well, guys. Now, we can do lots of things. We can have an event type click. Okay, so if we've got a part of the website that if a user clicks on it or clicks on our video, we can have things happen. Okay, this can be done on a click or on the actual first click. I'm not going to use that one now. We've got mouse movement, so we can literally trigger actions on our page wherever our cursor is moved. Okay, so say for example, we wanted to say when the cursor moves down the page a little bit, we want something to happen on the page. We want a pop-up to open up and say, hey, opt in and get this free report. You can do that. And that again goes with scrolling. So you can track it based off of where people scroll on your page. We've got the sticky video, which we talked about. We've then got user. So again, any users of your site, but also as well video time. And this is the one I'm going to focus on. So what we can do is we can trigger actions based off of the time of video people pass. So in this case, we've got a couple of different options. Video passes the time marker, okay? Total play length exceeds. So if we want something to happen every time somebody goes past 2 minutes on our video because we're promoting a product, whatever, we can do that. And it could be as simple as you might sell an e-commerce product, and the e-commerce product you're selling, and you've got a 3-minute video, and you know if somebody passes the 1 minute 30, they're likely to buy. You could trigger a discount at 1 minute 30, for example. You could say, hey, when that 1 minute 30 happens underneath the video, you could have a bit of coupon code. Hey, interested in this product, if you check out in the next 30 minutes, we'll give you an extra 15% off. You can trigger them things within Convertri really easy. You could do it based off of 2 points in the video, or 2 time markers. Now I'm going to do video passes the time marker, and in the video I'm using, just to show you as an example, I'm just going to put 15 seconds. Okay, so I'm saying when this video that I've got on my page passes 15 seconds, I'm going to tell it to do something. Okay, so what I'm going to do is head over to action, and I want it to show my call to action and my call to action button. So I'm going to go show target. Now you can fade them in, but I'm just going to have them pop up. And then we go to target, and we now need to just say which target. So we can see them here. I named them before. Call to action text. Done. Okay. And then I need to do one more, because you need to do an event type for each one. So video time, video passes, 15 seconds. Okay. Action. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I've got that. Action. I want to show target and target. I think we've done the CTA text, CTA button. Done. So I've now put 2 actions and events in here. So all I need to do now is I can hide these on the page. And I just do this within our action bar up here. I can start these hidden. Okay, hidden including contents. And this one here, I also want to start that one hidden including contents. So what that means is when this page loads, and this is another thing you can do, you can hide elements of the page however you want. So I'm saying to Convertri here on this page, I want to hide these 2 things when somebody loads the page, but if they watch the video and they get past the 15-second mark, I want you to show these. So let's watch that in action right now. I'm going to save that. I'm just going to republish that as well, just to make sure. There we go. Okay, we're going to view our page. Now they're still on there, so it's just give it a few seconds. There we go. So as you can see, those elements are no longer there because they're hidden. I'm going to press play on the video while I'm talking to you here, and I'm going to show you, let me just mute that. I'm going to show you the timer, if you can make it out, 7-8 seconds right now. So when that hits 15 seconds, we're going to see those elements appear on this page. Bang, there we go. So we can trigger these things. Now think about what you can trigger in videos that you create. Let's say you create a sales video that has loads of different statistics that you talk about in the video, but maybe you don't show the statistics on screen. Well, now you can create images that appear as you talk about those statistics. You're going to keep people way more engaged on your pages. And again, think about if you're using this for opt-ins as well, not just selling products, but you're using this to, hey, if you want to enter your name and email, I'll send you a free report. When you talk about these things in the video, you can have them appearing under the page, guys. And as you can see there, as I've done it live, it is as easy as that. It is so easy to do. So there's so many other different video features that you can actually use here, guys. We've just done the time and reveal one, but one other one I want to talk about as well, which is really important for anybody running any sort of business, is the script opportunity. Now, the script opportunity basically allows you to place scripts within the videos that you have on your pages, so you can build audiences. And this is great for ads. If you've looked at running your ads, and I'm sure everybody on this webinar or lots have looked at things like Facebook custom audiences, and that basically means you can put pixels on your page so that when people visit your website, you can advertise to them on Facebook. That's how retargeting works. Well, you can do the same thing with this. You can actually add scripts into your video. So what we can do, and with those pixels as part of those scripts, we can build pixels based on how long people watch your videos for. So as an example here, if we got video time passes, I don't know, 30 seconds. So what we want to do is when that video hits the 30 seconds, we want to fire a script. We want to run a target script. And then we basically have to choose our target script here. I've not uploaded any into Convertri, but that target script might be a Facebook custom audience that we've said everybody that watches our sales video over 30 seconds. And what happens is every time someone does that, they're going to be added to that pixel. And what that allows us to do is market to that person differently on Facebook. Imagine somebody, because what you've got to think here, somebody has more intent to buy if they've spent several minutes watching a video of yours than if they were just watching the first 20 seconds. Okay. So now with Convertri, you can actually control who sees what, which is absolutely incredible. That's next level. And it certainly is advanced. I wanted to talk about it because we like that feature a lot. We do a lot of ads ourselves. But guys, that is another really, really advanced feature on top of just what I'm showing you on this particular session. So lots and lots of events you can trigger based off of how people watch your video, and unbelievable features. Now, these triggers as well are not just for the video. One thing that Convertri have done really, really well is you can actually build out actions based off of your pages as well. So we do this by not selecting the video component, but I've just selected the entire page. And if you click on actions up at the top here, we can add a new action, and we can do things like exit intent. So when people go to leave your website, you can trigger things. You know, if someone goes to leave your website, you could trigger a, hey, just before you leave, here's 10% discount you can use on this product. Okay. You can build that into Convertri. You can build in the time they've spent on the page. So it isn't just about video. If somebody lands on your page and after say 1 minute, you want to trigger a box to come up that says, hey, if you're interested in buying a product off my site today, I've got an offer on for the next 30 minutes, 15% off, use code whatever. There's an example there. Even if you're a service-based business, such as a car detailing company, you could do the same thing. Someone spends over a minute on your page, they're quite interested, they're reading a lot of stuff. Hey, want to book in your first car detailing session with us? Have £10 on us. Just give us a call now to book. Lots of things you can do. You can also do it on page scrolled as well, based off of how much of your page they've actually scrolled through, 25, 50, 75, 100%, whatever. There is so much you can essentially do in here, guys. Now, I'm just going to check the questions in here, guys. As Jim says, yes, laser retargeting. If anyone's got any questions, I know I'm zooming over this really fast, but it's just because I wanted to show you these really cool things that we love, give you some ideas of how these can be used. But really, guys, one thing I do want to say is when you get in here, and for those that have already jumped in here, I mean, what do you guys think? If you've already jumped in on Convertri, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat box. Let me hear your thoughts, because I know when I'm building pages out in here, I just love being able to do whatever I want, and I'm just messing about with loads of different gyms come through, overwhelmed. Exactly, because the fact is there's so much you can do in here, so many features that it will keep you busy all year. But I'm just trying to show you a couple of really simple things to get you off and running quickly. Lance, love the free form editor. Tracy, the road is endless. Exactly. There's just so many things you can do in here. It's just worth so much money. Now, Ed, Mark, absolutely amazing. This is amazing. Exactly. There is a lot, but it is good stuff from Catherine as well. So again, guys, these are from people that have already jumped on our deal. Sai, love the flexibility. Let me see what questions we've got here, guys, before I move on. Yes, Emily has talked about, can you go over the new auto webinar feature? Yes, I'm about to get into a couple of those things in just a second. Peter, love Convertri big time. Love it. Let me see. Okay, all looks good. Everybody's up to speed here. It is like Photoshop. I use WordPress no more. I mean, it's better than Photoshop because it's easier to use than Photoshop, isn't it, guys? Now, Okay, so I've run through a few things here. And again, guys, I'm not going to go through all the different elements within here. You've got, build out forms, add products. And again, one other really important thing to talk about is integrations. So Convertri are integrated with tons and tons of different tools that you're going to need. They're integrated with a ton of email autoresponders, all of the main ones. I might be able to show you what they're integrated in right now, actually. Let me just head over to integrations. Here we go. So, Convertri are integrated with all of these tools. Okay, we use Active Campaign. That's what we've got connected in here. But again, if you're want to use Stripe, you use any of these autoresponders, they're all integrated. Webinars are all integrated, all the main ones. Shopify, Google Analytics. So all of this stuff, guys, is integrated right into Convertri. Again, you can pretty much integrate any of the main things you're going to be using. Now, heading back over here, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to switch, guys, to a presentation because I want to show you some things here. Okay, we'll jump back into the Convertri Builder in just a second. What I want to do now, guys, is break down the Convertri deal because there's an absolute ton of questions. I've not answered them out loud, everybody that's asked, because I'm about to go through it all here. But you can, there basically is multiple things as part of this deal. Okay, and I want to make sure everybody knows what these things are. So the first thing is the main deal. Okay, so if you have yet to buy Convertri, you're not a Convertri user right now, you're ready to jump off that fence, ready to get involved, this is the URL you're going to need, videos.com/Convertri. Now, inside the chat box, if you're on live, Becca will provide that link in the chat box. So you can click it if you want to go and grab it. Now, the main Convertri deal, which I basically list everything it includes here, and this is more than enough for everybody, okay? You don't need anything above and beyond this, but I am going to show you what else is available if you do. And if you're already a Convertri user, there are a couple of new features you won't know about yet, which I will show you in just a second. But this includes, again, up to 25,000 impressions a month. Again, you're not going to hit that right now. You get 10.convertri.com domains. You can put 10 custom domains on there. So I've shown you can use your own domains. 50 funnels, 500 pages. Again, you're not going to build that out in any time. Free SSL, which is important. SSL is absolutely essential when you're building anything online. Convertri have them as part of the deal, so you don't have to mess around with any of that stuff. They've got accelerated pages. They've done so many tests. I won't go through them all. Compared to all other major web builders out there, they are faster than everybody. And we all know that speed matters when it comes to websites and landing pages. You get the Convertri video player, mobile page creator, shopping cart. They also have built-in analytics as well. I showed you can integrate your own Google Analytics, but they do have a built-in analytics dashboard for you as well. And you also get 45 page and funnel templates. So you do get some that you can use, but you can build them from scratch. And as a bonus, you also get the page importer included. And it's important to point out this deal that you see on screen at $297 a year, it does not auto renew. Okay, so you pay $297 now and it'll give you 12 months access. And within that time, you can then decide if this is for you or not, which, over 12 months, I'm sure you're going to build out a ton of landing pages, a ton of funnels, a ton of different things, and you'll see how important it is. And if you decide to renew after year one, you will pay the same price. Okay, but you get the choice. It doesn't auto renew. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, guys, is this deal usually costs over $600 publicly. But this deal is only available until Friday at midnight. If you're watching the replay, there'll be a timer on this page. When that hits 0, this deal is gone. You'll pay more than double for the same thing. Plus, the bonus page import. So you saw me import a page on this session. You get that as part of this deal. But if you buy this publicly, you have to pay for the page importer separately. It is a separate tool publicly, but you get it as part of the deal. So again, if you have yet to jump on this, you are still on the fence. I mean, this is a no-brainer. Get in there, guys, before you miss out. Now, this is the main deal. If you are a Convertri user or you decide to jump on this deal, you are going to be met with a couple of upgrade options, okay? And I want to talk about those upgrade options with you because some of these may be of interest. One in particular we would recommend, but again, it's totally up to you, The first one I want to talk about, which we've had a ton of questions in the chat box about, is auto webinars. So within Convertri, they have an auto webinar module built into the actual platform, which is incredible. Now, if you do want to pick this up, it is $297 for life, so you don't pay yearly for this. And this is a launch deal. They are going to charge, again, a recurring price for this moving forward. But because it's part of this launch, you can actually pick it up for just $297 forever. And you'll get all the future upgrades. Now, I do want to say, guys, if you want to grab this, you've got to be a Convertri user. So you do need a Convertri account. So if you've yet to get a Convertri account, you'll need to pick up this deal, videos.com/Convertri. If you've already got a Convertri account and you want the auto webinar feature, you can get it at $297 via this link, videos.com/auto. Now, this feature basically allows you to run and build your own automated webinars. Okay. Even if you've never done a webinar before, you should start doing these. We do a ton of them. I'm doing one right now, although this isn't automated. We do a ton of webinars. These are great for selling, and we've got a ton of users, again, that run webinars consistently. So what you basically get with this module is you can build your own auto-generated funnels, and I'll show you this in a second. You can build out your webinars however you want. They can play on demand. You can play them at certain times of the day. You can integrate your autoresponders. You can then have limited time replays, emails going out, third-party sales, all of that stuff. This is all there right now. But what I want to also show you is they have a ton of stuff coming soon as well, which is imminent. You're going to be building live chat into these, intelligent links, time zone conversions, which are a nightmare if you've ever run webinars before. I know we get this issue. You can schedule webinars, do yesterday replay stuff, advanced segmentation. These are future features that are coming, and I wanted to mention them because you can pick this up for a one-time fee and you get all of the future features. So to get this, guys, you just need to go to videos.com/auto. And I want to explain as well that we've, of course, got a bonus as part of our Convertri promotion. If you pick up, if you were a Convertri user before this version came out, if you pick up any of these extra products, these upgrades, via any of the links I share on here, you will also qualify for our bonus. I just want to make that clear, guys, which is awesome. Now, let me show you the automated webinar feature here, guys, so you can see it. So it will appear like this over on the left-hand side when you purchase it. And basically, you can just create a new auto webinar function feature or a webinar that's automated. So you name the funnel, choose your domain. I've already done one here. Click on edit, and it auto builds all of this stuff. Registration pages, confirmation page from registration, webinar page, which is where people will watch the webinar. You upload your webinar into the video section, of course, checkout pages, thank you pages, replay pages, and an expired page as well, where you can build leads from that. And they have analytics at every single step here. Now, this is automatically built, this funnel, when you create a new one, and then you can just go into each one and edit that page just like you edit any sort of Convertri page for your webinar, okay, for whatever you are using. This is incredible. As a webinar, as we use webinars a lot ourselves, this is absolutely incredible as a feature. And the fact you can get this for $297 lifetime, it's absolutely incredible. But I would only recommend this if you run webinars or you plan to run them in the next 12 months. Of course, grab this. I mean, there's no reason to not, because if you don't and you do decide you want this later, you'll pay a recurring fee for this. It's one time, guys. If you want it, videos.com/auto. Any of these links will be in the chat box if you're on live. If you're watching the replay, just scroll down the page. We've got all of these links there for you. Now, the next thing, and this is actually one I do recommend to everyone because you might as well do it. They have opened up something they've never done before, and it's called triple limits. So when you picked up your Convertri license, you'll see the auto webinar offer. You can skip that or buy that. If you want to add that, you'll then see this. And what they've decided to do, which is incredible, is for a one-time price of $197, they are essentially going to triple all of your limits. So I mentioned before, when you buy Convertri at $297, you get 25,000 impressions a month. You can turn that into 75,000. you get 50 funnels. You can turn that into 150 funnels. You get 500 pages. You can turn that into 1,500 pages. So you can triple your limits. And this doesn't increase the recurring element of your account. It doesn't increase your annual fee. It is one time. So this will triple your limits forever. So I do recommend, if you're serious about building out funnels on Convertri, that you grab this while it's here. Because I know from speaking with Andy just before we got on this session, I wanted to double check. They're not going to be opening the triple limits after this launch. So the only way you'll get more impressions, funnels, pages is you'll have to pay more annually for that. So you can lock this in forever. So my recommendation would be to do that. Again, if you've already got a Convertri account, this applies to you as well. You can just go to videos.com/triple. It's going to triple everything in your account. Okay. Unbelievable offer. And again, that 197, guys, is a one-time payment. You won't pay that every year. I just want to make that clear. Lastly, we've got our pro upgrade. And I talked about within my account that I was showing you there, I've got a few pro features in there. To upgrade your account to pro, it's $37 a month. Now, I would recommend doing this for 1 month at least, because for $37, you can upgrade it with all the pro features. This is going to give you over 200 done for you funnels and templates that have already been pre-designed. So you start with 45 on the original. It's going to quadruple that. But they also add new templates, funnels every single week. Worth seeing those. It's also going to give you access to the collections icon within the actual dashboard and within the actual editor. And that collections icon, just to remind you, will allow you to pull in pre-built opt-in boxes and things like that. Saves you a ton of time. It will also allow you to add team members, okay? So if you've got teams, if you've got virtual assistants out there, if you hire anyone, you can build them their own sub-user account. So it opens up sub-user accounts for your account. So that's unbelievable as well. You also open up a couple of other features, dynamic text feature, so you can build dynamic text on your pages, which is really cool. And you also get those video player designs as well. So rather than just having the one player design, if you're using their video player, you get a couple of different designs and different options there, depending on what you want. And again, to upgrade to pro, you just need to go to videos.com/pro. Now, I recommend you do this for at least 1 month. You may as well, but because you're going to get to see all of those different features, use them. At the end of the month, you can decide, you know what? I'm not using the pro features. Don't need to continue with this. Okay. For $37 a month, you may as well do it whilst you can get it at this price. So videos.com/pro if you want to get this. Again, if you've already got a Convertri account prior to this particular launch, you can upgrade to pro on that exact same link there, guys. Now, we have a bonus, which many of you guys know, and I'm going to briefly go over this because any of you guys on this session, if you buy the main Convertri deal, if you've already bought Convertri in the past and you decide to buy an upgrade via any of the links we've shared or any of the links on this page, if you're watching the replay, you will automatically be eligible for our bonus, which is exclusive. Now, our bonus is split into 3 parts. Part 1, we've got 5 done for you funnels. So you get 45 with Convertri if you buy the standard pack. We're going to give you another 5 that we've had built. These are all based around different things: businesses, video landing pages, video portfolio page, and that giveaway funnel as well, which I'll talk about in a second. These are exclusive to us. So you can only get these funnels if you buy one of these products via our link. That's as simple as it is. No one else can get these. So no one on the Convertri platform has them, and they cover multiple things. You're also going to get access to what we call the giveaway funnel. This is full training on what we like to call the giveaway funnel. I showed you the giveaway funnel, the pages we give you inside my account before. We give you training on how that funnel works. And this is the easiest and quickest way to get a funnel set up right now, regardless of what business you're in. And it is the quickest way to get leads for free. And it's the easiest way to start making sales with your funnel. It doesn't matter what you sell. You could sell video. You could sell car detailing services. You could sell pizzas. You can use the giveaway funnel, and we have training on how that works. Not only do we give you training and an overview of that and the funnel itself, we'll also give you follow-up email swipes. We give you 4 different emails that our copywriter has written. We also give you a couple of other seasonal emails that you can use with your newly built list. All of that's included, guys, with our bonus. And finally, we've also put together a couple of training videos. Becca has kindly done this on how to use videos to drive traffic to your funnel. So things to consider when creating videos, animations to drive traffic into all of these different funnels you're going to create moving forward for yourself and for your clients. You're also going to get access to that as well, guys. So if you're ready to take action, here are all the links you're going to need. And then I'm going to jump into the chat box. Let me just recap. If you've yet to buy Convertri, you need the top link, videos.com/Convertri. That's going to get you on the main deal. Once you've bought that main deal, that's all you need, but you will see these upgrade options if you want them. For those of you that have already picked up Convertri and you want one of the upgrade options, the auto webinars, you need to go to videos.com/auto. If you want to triple your limits, you need to go to videos.com/triple. And if you want to upgrade to pro, you need to go to videos.com/pro. I would recommend the auto webinars for anybody that runs webinars 100%, or if you have any intention to potentially do them in the next 12 months, yes. If you have no intention at all of ever doing a webinar, that's probably not for you, okay? However, triple your limits, I highly recommend everybody grab that because for a one-time fee, it increases your account threefold. So you're absolutely never going to get to the end of that. And then again, for the pro upgrade, I recommend that 100%. That's what we're on. But if you're unsure you want to do that moving forward, just do it for 1 month. Check it out, check the features out. And if you feel you're not using the pro features, you can just take that off and you've still got your main Convertri deal, guys. So this is it. Now, one thing I want to say, all of this goes tomorrow at midnight, Friday at midnight. So if you're watching this live, you've got just over 24 hours, maybe a bit longer depending on the time you're watching. Well, it's 5 o'clock in the UK. I think you might have around 36 hours from now, and it's gone. If you're watching this on the replay, you'll obviously have a lot less than that, and we'll have a timer on the page. When that hits 0, all of these have gone, okay? So take action, guys, whilst you can. I've only been able to show you so much on here. There's so much in there, and I think somebody put it correctly before, just earlier. I'm trying to find the question again. Jim, it's overwhelming. There's that much in there, and it is. But focus on the simple stuff. But have fun playing around with it. You literally have something here that can build absolutely anything you want. It doesn't matter what you're selling. You can build it, and that's what Convertri is going to give you. And at the price you can grab this, seriously, it's an absolute marketer's dream. I can tell you. So let me take a look here at questions. Are the tutorials within the platform? Yes, David, there are a ton of tutorials. In fact, let me just show you this now. Because I think I saw this question earlier. So you've got that help button over here, takes you through to the help desk. There you go. We've got a ton of articles here which are accompanied by videos. I mean, the Convertri editor alone, to show you how big this is, has 55 different articles. Okay. So again, and I do recommend, anybody watching this, I do recommend when you jump in, you go and watch a few of these things, and it'll give you other ideas of certain things you can do as well, guys. But yeah, to answer your question, they're all there, and you can go through them all. Let me see. Derek asking, what do you recommend again, and where will I see my bonuses? Actually, good question, because I've not mentioned this. So obviously, I recommend the initial offer to everybody. If you've not got Convertri, grab the top offer, videos.com/Convertri, or if you're watching the replay below the video, it'll be the main deal link. If you've already picked up Convertri, you've got 3 different upgrade options. You've got the auto webinars. I would only recommend that if you want to run webinars or if you're already doing it. If you have no intention ever in your life of running a webinar, you probably don't want to invest in that because you'll probably waste your money. But if you've got an intention to do it in the next 12 months, I would get it, because if you decide in 6 months, do you know what, I'm going to try a webinar, then the problem you're going to have is you're going to pay a recurring fee for that same thing you can get right now. The triple your limits, I'd recommend to everybody that wants to triple their limits. And of course, if you go with the pro upgrade, I would recommend it for at least a month. And to make something clear as well, guys, I saw a question. If you do upgrade to Pro, you get a load of stuff, but you also get some limit rises with Pro as well. But one thing to consider, if you go with Pro and it increases the limits within your account and then you cancel, you're going to lose those limits and you'll go back to your original. With the triple your limits offer, which I recommend everybody grab, it doesn't matter. You will always have triple limits because it's a one-time fee that won't ever be taken away from you. So again, that's the recommendation there, guys. How do you get the bonus? Quite simple. You need to email us at support@videos.com. Our support team are on hand, and we have a record of everybody that's purchased via our links. And all you need to do is provide them with your receipt. And you can get our bonus by buying any of these via our link. So if you buy the main Convertri deal, you'll of course get our bonus. But if you decide to upgrade and get the auto webinar, the triple your limits, whatever, you just need to send that receipt to us. As long as that tracks to one of these links, you're going to get our bonus. So all you need to do is, again, email support@videos.com. And again, we'll send all of that up for you. I want to get all of them, but it's a huge outlay in one go. I've bought the original. How long can I get webinars for? Going to upgrade to the triple limits from Sai. Now, this is actually a really, really good point, okay? And it's a good point because I'm sure there's others on this webinar that are thinking the same thing. You know, I've got Convertri. I'm definitely getting Convertri. I've already got it. But now I'm wondering, I want all these other things, but it is a big outlay. But let me ask you this. I'm going to switch this. Now, as far as how long you can get these for, it all closes on Friday night. The triple your limits thing, I'll answer this question first. They're not going to offer again after this launch. They've never done it before. This is the first time they've done it where you can triple limits for a one-time fee. So again, all of this is gone tomorrow at midnight, Friday midnight, or today if you're watching this on Friday. Now, about the outlay. Now, we're all business owners, I hope, on this webinar today. That's why we're on here. We're all marketers. We own businesses. We're building businesses. The whole point of a business is you need to invest into tools. You invest in yourself with training, of course, but you need to invest in tools. The tools you invest in are what drives the return. Now, as an example here, I've used on this session an example car detailer a few times. Okay, you guys have probably heard it. And the reason I've used car detailer a few times is my brother actually runs a car detailing business, and it's quite a new business. And we set up a funnel, a giveaway funnel, the exact funnel we show you in this session for him about 2-3 weeks ago it is now. And again, used a Convertri page to do that. And again, that giveaway funnel built him a list of around, I think the number we got to was around 343, I think it was 344, 340 odd anyway, of people that were, and what he was doing, he was giving away a free detail worth, I think it was worth around £55. It was this middle option, which is about $75 if you're in the US. So he gave that away and he posted that on Facebook. And again, we got 340 leads. And from those 340 leads, he's booked his car detailing business up for the next 2 months. And I think we ran an ad to it on Facebook. I want to make that clear. We did run an ad, but I think we spent about £15 on the ad. And I think he's booked himself around £1,500 to £1,600 worth of business from that one ad. And that's the giveaway funnel. You'll see the giveaway funnel in this particular, one of our bonuses. Now, the reason I say that is what's happened there is, I mean, I helped him set that page up. But if my brother had invested in this particular deal right now, he'd have made his money back on that one use, one funnel. So what you've got to look at here is, are you going to use this in the next 12 months? Are you going to build out funnels? Are you going to take action, build landing pages, funnels, try out different things? Of course you are. So it's going to be worth the investment, because if you don't invest in these things, or in Convertri in general, and next week you decide, do you know what, I'm going to run a giveaway funnel, you're going to have to go and find something to build out these funnels for you. And you can come back to Convertri, but you're going to pay double the price. So again, you're investing in your business. You've got to remember that. But to get the return on investment, you've got to use the thing. If you spend the money on this stuff and invest in this stuff, but then you leave it on your hard drive and you never actually try anything with it, you never actually do anything with it, then of course that's an expense, isn't it? But if you put that to action and you start using it, and again, use our bonus, use the giveaway funnel training I've done on there and the overview. It's so simple to execute with Convertri. You could be having a return on this next week. So again, guys, that's what you got to think about. Because again, once this is gone, it's gone. And again, a few people asking for links. If you go into the chat box, you should see links. And if you are watching the replay here, guys, you'll see all the links explained below on this page. Okay. Okay, let me see. Let me see what we've got. Do they host the webinars on the auto webinar feature, or just a vehicle they go through? Toby, they'll host the webinar. So auto webinars, you need whoever you use to run your auto webinar. They're going to need to host the webinar because they're going to need to have the technology is going to need to play that webinar when people expect that webinar to play. Okay. So you basically upload your webinar replay, or your recorded webinar to the video section of Convertri. And when you build out the auto webinar funnel and you set when that webinar goes live, when it plays, you will then attach that particular webinar to it. Okay. I hope that explains it. Okay. Again, guys, I think everybody, I mean, there's so many people jumping in here on, and as well, all the upgrades. And I'm so glad that you guys have joined live and anybody that's watching this replay are doing this, because ultimately, many do not know about these other features. And that's the whole point of why we wanted to put this webinar together, because all of this stuff you need to know about. You now have everything you need to essentially make an informed decision. And all I can say is, if you're doing anything online, it doesn't matter what your business is, you're going to use this. You're going to need to use this. You probably have a use for this right now. You've probably put off doing marketing things in the past because you don't have a platform that can do this. Okay. So again, guys, you need to jump in on this as soon as you can. This is not a new product. And again, this is why we're so, heavily invested in this, if you will, because we know the founders. We had Andy at our office. You've seen the videos. And again, we've known them for years. And this product has been around for years, but it's not just been around. It's been improved for years. And that's the exciting part about it. And you'll see when you join their Facebook group, and when you, again, buy into their platform, you'll get a link to join their own community. And you've got all the other Convertri users in there. And again, that is an absolute goldmine in there as well, because you have a ton of people creating lots of different funnels and sharing their stuff in there. So don't discount that either. That's a goldmine. But what you'll see is every week, and this is what I love about Convertri, every week they release updates to the platform. They have this thing where I think it's every Tuesday, they release an update, new features, all sorts of stuff, every single Tuesday without fail. And of course, when you buy in on this deal, you get access to all of that as part of the price. There's no extra cost for it. And to answer the question there from David, does the annual renewal price stay at $297? Yes, it does. If you lock it in now, it will do. Yes. Okay. So, guys, I think I've answered everything we've got there, guys. Of course, if you've got any questions, you can email our our support desk. But what I would also recommend is, if you've got any specific questions about Convertri and how it works or anything, if you head over to our Facebook group, and you'll see one of the Convertri posts on there. Andy, the founder of Convertri, is in our group. And the reason he's in our group is because if anybody has any questions about his product, we want to make sure he is there to answer your questions. Now, we're not a Convertri group, but there are some posts in there, and you'll see posts over the next day or so when we let you know this is closing and remind you. If you've got any questions specifically about Convertri or how something works, or if something does whatever, please just write a comment on one of those posts. And Becca will either answer it or one of our team. And if they don't know the answer, we'll just tag Andy in it, and Andy, the founder of this platform, will answer it directly for you guys. So if you think of anything after this session, I really drive you to go and do that. If you're watching the replay right now and you think, right, I just want one question answering, head over to our Facebook group and ask that question, because the worry I've got is if you go into our support desk and we don't get to your answer, we don't get an answer back to you before this closes, you're going to miss out. So again, guys, feel free to do that, guys. No problem at all. So, guys, I'm going to bring this session to an end. We're an hour and 15 minutes in here. The replay will be out tonight. I'm going to get this out quickly because I know we're running out of time with this. So if you did join late or want to check it out again, this will be out ready for you this evening. Just keep an eye on your email. Keep an eye on the group. If you've yet to jump in, here are all the links you need. If you're watching the replay, all the links will be on the page. And, of course, once the time has hit 0 here, guys, it's gone. So once it's gone, it's gone. We can't do anything to bring it back. You will pay more for all of these things, and in some cases you won't be able to get these things. So jump in, take action whilst you still can, guys. It's an incredible platform, as we've seen on here and throughout the past week. Jump in, take action, and we'll see you on the other side.